Seattle is famous for coffee, grunge music, and the Space Needle. But behind the postcard-perfect skyline, the city has a strange side. From a troll under a bridge to a wall covered in chewed gum, Seattle is packed with oddities that are equal parts bizarre, fascinating, and unforgettable. Today, we're counting down the top 10 weird things to see in Seattle. Number 10, the Fremont Rocket. Let's start in Seattle's Fremont neighborhood, which locals proudly call the center of the universe. Among its many quirky features is a 47-foot Cold War rocket bolted to the side of a building. Originally a leftover piece of military surplus, the rocket was installed in the 1990s as public art. While it's not exactly flight-ready, Fremontians joke that it's fully operational and ready for liftoff. It's a perfect symbol for Fremont's eccentric spirit, and a reminder that in Seattle, you never really know what you're going to stumble across. Number 9, Gasworks Park. Next, we head to Gasworks Park, where rusting industrial towers rise against the skyline. This used to be a gasification plant, supplying energy to Seattle until it was shut down in the 1950s. Instead of tearing it down, the city turned the site into a park. The result? A surreal landscape of massive pipes, towers, and machinery painted in bright colors. It feels like walking through a post-apocalyptic playground. Locals picnic, fly kites, and even hold summer concerts here. Weird, yes, but it's also one of the most uniquely beautiful parks in the country. Number 8, the Center for Wooden Boats. Seattle has deep maritime roots, and nowhere is that celebrated more oddly than at the Center for Wooden Boats on Lake Union. This isn't your typical museum where you just look at artifacts. Here, you can actually borrow historic wooden rowboats. And the best part? They let you take them out for free on Sundays. It's part living history, part hands-on adventure. A place where the line between museum and playground blurs, and you suddenly find yourself rowing across Lake Union in a boat older than your grandparents. Number 7, the Black Sun Sculpture. In Volunteer Park, there's a strange donut-shaped sculpture called Black Sun. At first glance, it's just a big chunk of black granite with a hole in the middle. But here's the weird twist. If you look through that hole, it perfectly frames the Space Needle. The sculpture has become the subject of local jokes, nicknames, and urban legends. Some call it Seattle's Stonehenge. Others see it as an alien portal. Whatever interpretation you choose, it's one of those oddities that makes you pause and wonder, was this intentional or a cosmic coincidence? Number 6, Ye Olde Curiosity Shop. If you like your weird with a side of creepy, head to the waterfront and step inside Ye Olde Curiosity Shop. Open since 1899, it's half gift shop, half museum of oddities. Inside, you'll find shrunken heads, taxidermy oddities, and even real human mummies on display. The shop's founder collected bizarre curiosities from around the world, and the tradition has continued for more than a century. It's kitschy, unsettling, and completely fascinating. A must-see stop for anyone who enjoys the stranger corners of history. Number 5, the Giant Shoe Museum. Just when you think Pike Place Market couldn't get any weirder, you stumble onto the Giant Shoe Museum. Tucked away in a corner of the market, it's a coin-operated display case full of, you guessed it, enormous shoes. There are clown shoes, celebrity shoes, and some that look like they belong to a giant straight out of folklore. Drop in a few quarters, peek through the viewer, and you'll see footwear that's equal parts hilarious and bizarre. It's quirky little stops like this that remind you, Seattle doesn't just celebrate its weirdness, it doubles down on it. Number 4, hat and boots. Over in Georgetown, you'll find what might be the strangest gas station relic in America. Back in the 1950s, a service station was built in the shape of a giant cowboy hat and a pair of enormous boots. Customers paid for gas under the hat while the boots housed the restrooms. The station eventually closed, but the oversized hat and boots were saved and moved to Oxbow Park. Today, they stand as a piece of roadside Americana, a reminder that once upon a time, even gas stations tried to out-weird each other. Number 3, Aurora Bridge's Pink Elephant Car Wash sign. Seattle loves neon, but nothing glows quite like the pink elephant car wash sign. The enormous neon elephant sprays itself with water, creating a loop of animated bubbles that light up the night. For decades, the sign stood along Aurora Avenue, and it became one of the most photographed neon signs in the country. Though the original car wash closed, the sign remains a beloved piece of kitschy Seattle history. It's not just a neon elephant, it's a neon elephant with personality. Number 2. The gum wall. Now we're getting into the truly strange. In Post Alley, just steps away from Pike Place Market, is a wall that's covered in thousands upon thousands of pieces of chewed gum. It all started in the 1990s when theatergoers stuck gum to the wall while waiting in line. Instead of cleaning it off, the city embraced it, and the gum wall became a weird Seattle tradition. It's gross, yes. It smells like sugar and mint. But it's also colorful, photogenic, and uniquely Seattle. In fact, it's become so iconic that even when the wall was steam cleaned in 2015, people immediately started sticking gum back on it. Some traditions just refuse to die. Number 1. The Fremont Troll. And at number 1, we return to Fremont. Because no list of Seattle's weirdest sights would be complete without the Fremont Troll. This massive concrete sculpture lives under the Aurora Bridge, gripping a real Volkswagen Beetle in one hand. Built in 1990, the Troll was part of a neighborhood effort to reclaim the space under the bridge, which had become a dumping ground. Now, instead of trash, there's a 13-foot-tall monster lurking in the shadows. Over the years, the Fremont Troll has become a symbol of Seattle's quirky side, a reminder that sometimes the weirdest solutions create the best landmarks. Seattle is a city that thrives on the unexpected. From trolls to neon elephants, giant shoes to walls of chewed gum, the Emerald City wears its strangeness proudly. So the next time you're in town, skip the typical tourist spots and go hunting for the weird. Because in Seattle, the oddities aren't hidden. They're part of what makes the city unforgettable. If you enjoyed this story, give the video a like and subscribe for more weird and fascinating tales about the Northwest. Got something strange you think we should cover? Drop it in the comments. We would love to hear it. Thanks for watching.